So many thanks for talking to us, and we'll address the elephant in the room a little bit first, because a few years ago Dubai probably wasn't a happy place for you. Wind the clock forward now, top of the Jockeys Championship. Did you ever think that this day would come?
Probably not back then, no. It's a bit strange really, I suppose. But yeah, look, that happened a while back now, and I suppose we have to sort of move on pretty quickly, because racing is a quick game and no one stops to wait for anyone else. It's like that. So you either deal with it as quick as possible and move on, and just try and get back going again. So it's one of those things, but it's part of life's bumps and roads, I suppose.
And you dealt with it, I thought, really well, and you've had great support since you've been back over here. You really sort of picked up running.
Yeah, no, look, I think if you're going to be, good at sort of riding winners and race riding, I think you've got to sort of just deal with things pretty quickly and get on with it, and accept that certain things happen in racing that you can't do a lot about. But yeah, no, looks good. I say, after all, I got back riding a lot of winners in the UK, and had good support from a lot of top trainers, and yeah, then I decided to come back last year for the carnival, and did pretty well. Rode a few nice winners, and really enjoyed being back here. So Helal offered me we sat down and talked about it at the end of last season, and he suggested me coming back for the season, and yeah, it's been good so far.
Because before you've sort of been linked with Mike de Kock, now you're officially stable jockey to Helal. How do you find that association? How do you get on with him?
Yeah, look, I had rode a lot of winners from Mike, and obviously he doesn't have a lot running at this time of the season, and I think Helal is just a trainer who's probably going to go places, and how long it takes, I'm not quite sure, but he's quite enthusiastic, and he's got a lot of Arab horses, but I think he's going to get bigger and better with thoroughbreds. I think he wants to. So I thought it probably wasn't a bad move, and to say it's been a good start so far between the two of us.
He's a big fan of yours, and as you say, he seems to have them fit and running really well. Would the only slight concern be that at the moment he perhaps doesn't have too many carnival horses?
Yeah, like as I say, I don't think he's got a lot of thoroughbreds just yet. I think maybe a 12 or 13 at the moment, I'm not quite sure, but he's going to probably find it difficult, once they've ran and once they've won, if they do win. With such a good start, it's hard to keep them, going so well all through the whole year. And as you say, getting into the better races in the carnival is probably going to find it even more difficult again. But look, it's not all about just one year. It's obviously, I think he's got a lot more thoroughbreds this year than he had the previous year. So, it's a case of just learning, and hopefully both building our association and building up maybe more thoroughbreds for next year, and maybe some more horses for carnival next year. So we'll just see how it goes. But it's been a lovely start so far, and let's hope it continues for a bit longer.
You've also got an association with Saeed bin Saror, ridden some really nice group winners for him over the last sort of few months. Obviously, that's something you'll hope will continue. Yeah,
I've had a winner for Saeed here already this year, which is good, and obviously he's brought a few horses for this non-carnival season, just a few. He's only had a couple of runners so far, but yeah, I suppose he'll be gearing up more for January onwards, I suppose. But yeah, I've been lucky. I've been pretty lucky from this year in the UK. I rode quite a few winners from back there, and hopefully he can ride some more from here this season.
And when Mike returns with his string, you'll hope that they'll support you as they have in the past.
Yeah. Look, I've always ridden for Mike for a long time, and we're sort of good friends as well. Play a bit of golf together from time to time, and yeah, I don't think he's quite got as many horses as he previously had, but look, as I say, we're pretty good friends, inside and outside of racing, and yeah, hopefully I can still ride some horses. Hopefully some winners from this year again. You know, it'd be good. But as I say, I think his string aren't just quite ready to do anything yet. So I think he's a little bit behind with his horses, but he'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
And when you return to the UK next year, you are a genuine freelancer. Will you sort of keep doing that again, riding for William Haggas where you can and others?
Probably do something similar to this year. You know, William's been a big supporter of mine. We're a lot of winners from over the last sort of two and a half seasons. It's quite different in the UK because there's so much racing in the middle of the summer, and so it's 48-hour declarations and people don't know where they're going, and it's very hard to sort of for one trainer to have one jockey, and he's got a lot of various owners who have retained jockeys, and but yeah, I'm hoping I can carry on riding from again this year or next season. But as I say, I've got a lot of people to ride for us here. Hopefully I can continue riding for say back in the UK again as well. And as I say, I've got a few other trainers that like to use me also. So it'll be interesting again to get back. But as I say, hopefully William will still be one of my main trainers I ride for, yeah.
Because you know with that yard you're always going to be associated with plenty of quality Group winners, maybe another Group 1 winner at some point down the line.
Absolutely, he's had a lot of winners this year, William. A lot of winners. I think probably his best ever season in tally of numbers. I think it's maybe somewhere like 160, which is quite a lot of winners. Yeah, so you never know when you're riding for people like him and Syed and Godolphin, and you never know what the next horse you might sit on. It could be anything, you know, which is quite interesting. And it's sort of what makes you get up in the morning and early hours and go and ride walk and the long journeys up and down the country. But yeah, hopefully we'll just see how the season goes so far here first, and then get back to the UK when the season's over here and see where we are.
Speaking of the travelling, we've just had National Jockeys Day. There's a lot of focus at the moment on sort of jockeys' welfare. Do you find the UK season really quite sort of mentally and physically tiring?
Yeah, I think it is. I think most people find it hard. I think if you're sort of really like, I think Frankie probably doesn't find it too hard. He only goes racing when he wants to, and Ryan's getting a bit more like that also. You know, he doesn't go racing very often on a Monday and Tuesday, like that, things like that. You know, but general most jockeys, it's hard work. It's actually a mad way of living, to be honest with you. That's why I think coming somewhere here like for 5 months is brilliant. You know, you race 3, sometimes 4 days a week, and you've actually got sort of a life really. The weather's good, and you know you can sort of take a few days off and unwind from just driving up and down the country riding horses. So I think somewhere like Dubai is perfect actually, when you've got sort of 3-4 days racing, and I think it's actually ideal really. I think a lot of the guys in England find it hard work, but what else are you supposed to do? You know, it's very hard to tell trainers no that you're not going racing when because if you don't go, someone else will ride it, and then there's the chance you mightn't get back on it again. So it's one of those things you've just got to keep going when the ride's there, because that's the way it is. It's just a tough game, but it's also rewarding too.
Would you support it if they said to you can only ride at, say, 7 meetings a week instead of 9, or would you think, hang on, it's up to me what I do in my time?
I suppose as you get older, you don't mind. Probably, if you asked me 10 years ago, I'd probably say, no, I just want to do my own thing, go racing as much as possible. But you know, I don't know. I think doing 2 meetings in one day is a bit madness, and the way we try to get from one meeting to another, it's a bit frightening sometimes, really. You know, and I don't know. I think it's very hard to tell someone who's self-employed that they can't work when they want to. I don't know. It's a tricky question, that really. I think you've got to decide yourself how much racing you want to do in 1 week, I suppose. As I say, I think the more successful you are, and probably the older you get, the more you sort of realised you don't have to go racing every day. But a lot of guys are unfortunate enough to be able to do something like that. They've got to go when the rides are there.
You are really successful. You said before you'll ride for another 15 years. Is that still the plan?
Hopefully, if they still want me, if people still want to use me, yeah. Like I'm only 35. Like you don't know what's going to happen down the line, but yeah, look, I think jockeys are more fitter now, and more health conscious, and I think they can last longer now. I know it's a bit of a contradiction itself saying we go racing 7 days a week in the UK and up in it, but I think we're more professional now than we probably were 15, 20 years ago. And I think look at Frankie, he's turning 47. I think 2 weeks time. I think.
Yeah.
He's riding probably better than ever. So I don't think he's intending to stop either. So yeah, ideally somewhere between 45 and 50. Yeah, hopefully that's if people still want to use me.
Then what will you do? Train? Go on TV?
I don't think it'll be on TV anyway. I like the thought of training, but God, I see a lot of trainers in the UK struggle, and they probably work as hard, as not more than the jockeys do sometimes. They have to go racing, drive their horse box themselves, and it's not a glamorous lifestyle to be unless you look. Obviously, being a really successful trainer in the UK is fine, but till I don't know, maybe in a different country. I like the thought of going training, but financially I don't think it's very rewarding, and it's a lot of hard work, and especially the way prize money is in the UK. Although trying to get owners to pay, and I don't know. I thought it'd be good, but I'm not going to jump into training just yet.